It definitely makes a statement. Ooh, very sweet and smooth. A F, B flat, E flat, and a G. Now, to make this a picture chord, the only thing we need to really concern ourselves with is we need to know that it starts on the 3. And from that point, we should be able to play this chord in any key, because
the only difference between the two rows is that the letters on the bottom row have flats as opposed to the letters on the top row. The way I want you to remember these two rows of I'm sure you've all been in your service on Sunday and you heard the musician play all of these beautiful chord transitions in your favorite hymn, and you probably wonder, where are all these beautiful transitions coming from? It doesn't have any accidentals. It usually has the tones 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, or major 7. So as long as you're... Let's talk about the process that the brain goes through. You can't immediately spell that word. You have no idea what letters are in that word. You can't answer that question. If I asked you, what's the third letter in the word math, you didn't learn words that way. You didn't memorize the nth letter of every word. You can't immediately answer that. Let's look at a more complicated example. If you open up to section 3, harmonizing on the 3 in volume 1, we see here an example of a 7 sharp 9 sharp 5. That's the name of this chord. Again, it has no quality, but just for the sake of example, it's showing us an F7 sharp 9 sharp 5, since we're in the section on harmonizing on the 3. Let's take a moment and look at a practical real-life application of using the gospel chords play-by-number system. Let's take a look here at an actual hymn out of a hymn book. And I'm going to tell you how to approach this. Initially in the simplest way. If you're just starting out and you don't want to do a lot of harmonization and you're just new to this, I'm going to tell you how to approach looking at what you see here, this written music as it appears in a hymn book. Here we have the music for What a Friend We Have in Jesus. We have the first line of the hymn. And what we did was we went to each note and put the number which corresponds to the note under the note. For example, the first note here is an A flat. And the A flat is the 5th note of the D flat scale. So that's why we have a 5, Roman number 5, under the A flat. Now, just to start off very simple, let's start off with the 1 chord followed by the 5 chord, joy and world. And we're going to choose the D flat major 9 on the top here and the A flat 9 sus right next to it. So you're playing 1 to 5. Let's just hear that very, very simply. notice that there's some melody in there that's missing. Now, when you chord on the 1 and the 5, in this instance, it's actually replacing the 8 and the 5. The 8 is the melody note, joy, world. You're replacing that with the chord, with the harmonization. If you want, you can go ahead and fill in the melody for 7/6. You can actually go ahead and play that. Just so you see what I'm talking about. Joy. Okay, I filled in that little 7/6 in there.